Answers. It's Minx. It's time to do another Once Upon a Time review. So we're in Season 5, of course. We're doing Episode 15. It aired on Sunday. I did not get this video up on time because it was Easter weekend. It was Easter Sunday, so I was busy spending time with my family and my loved ones. So, yeah. So, but let's get into it. Let's get into the show. It was entitled The Brothers Jones, because we actually get to see Liam, Killian's older brother, the one he holds on a high freaking pedestal. And to be honest, I feel like they almost could have named it A Tale of Two Brothers, because we also had kind of some play with David and his twin, mostly him learning why his twin is even down there in the first place, which was a huge shocker for him. But I could totally understand the feelings both ways there. So, yeah, but it was mostly focused on Hook and his brother, the story of, you know, what's going on between them, why he thinks he's such this grand hero, how they actually were in the King's Navy after being sold into, what is it, servitude, indentured servitude, to, it looked like Long John Silver, I think, yeah. Anywho, I really wanted to like this episode a lot. I liked it a little bit. Like, I liked it. To me, it was okay. It was a decent episode. Kind of solid. It had some really good points, but I feel like the portrayal of Liam was a little stiff. I didn't really like Liam, the character, that much. I don't know if it was just the way they directed that, the way they wrote it, I'm not sure. I feel like it could have been a lot more dynamic. There's several points in the show where he just, like, turns away all dramatically and is just like, then I guess it's just this life for us. You know, I will not leave my brother, I promise. Like, seriously, it was so ridiculously pompous to me, and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle myself. Seeing Hook's little ponytail was kind of funny. But yeah, so we get that. We get not only the search for the book in the underworld, but also now the search for the author's pen, which Henry retrieves, and then has a turn of conscience at the end of the episode. So that was cool. We get another instance of pages being ripped out of the book to hide a secret, because, you know, we haven't used that trope before. So there's that. Cruella was actually markedly evil in this one, and I loved it. Pretty much knowing that she was making out with David the entire time she was supposedly making out with Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, so I feel like there should be more to talk about than there really is, because it was a good episode, but it wasn't like great, like, oh my god, you know, worth a ton of energy like I normally do. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad episode. It was just there. It's one of those classic middle season episodes where it's just like, okay, we're going to fill some time, we're going to do a little bit of exposition, we're going to set up a little bit of other stuff. I mean, you understand Hook more, a little bit more of his motivations, why he always feels so worthless, and hopefully we'll see him start going uphill with his self-worth, which would be a nice switch. Because Emma, being the main character, really, even though it's an ensemble piece, like, being the main character, she is considered the savior. She is a strong, independent woman, okay? And she needs a partner who is going to complement that, who's going to be equally strong. And I think that's been kind of lacking, because pretty much once he stopped doing villain things and being evil, he kind of didn't really know what he was doing. You know, didn't really have a particular goal in mind other than, I have to be good. I don't know how that works. You know, kind of a thing. So, I'm hoping to see that take off. At the end, we get to see something I very, very minorly noticed, and it kind of threw me off a little bit. There was a scene, and it's when his brother redeems himself, because apparently he made a deal with Hades a long time ago, and that's how they ended up in the goddamn Navy. So he's redeeming himself, you know, and all of a sudden there's this bright light, and it's like the ocean, this crystal clear, beautiful ocean with a beautiful ship, you know, with the masts and the sails, and just out in the distance, you know, and he's rising up in a little freaking dinghy rowboat, and Hades freaks out, and I don't mean just like, like angry, like, freak out. I mean, like, freaked out visually, like, holy shit! Like, I got to go! And then, you know, because he poofs. There was terror on his face, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Now, the only thing I can think of is that there's going to be some sort of, you know, is there going to be some sort of tie-in to the other gods, like Poseidon or Zeus, or, you know, hey, big brother, what are you doing, you know? Because in Greek mythology, Hades was actually the oldest, and Zeus was actually the youngest, which is why, you know, Zeus got 8 and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, if he's constantly having to deal with, you know, the other, his 2 brothers, so it's like, is something going on there? Like, why did he freak out like that? That is my main question for this episode. Why did Hades freak out like that? Because that wasn't just a, I'm pissed off freaking out, like, oh my god, I lost another soul. That was a freak out, like, holy shit, oh my god, no, I gotta go. Nope, nope, nope. That was a nope look, you know? So I want to know what that was about, and I hope they explain it, because if they don't, that's going to drive me crazy into next year. But anyway, other than that, you see the pages that Liam threw into the well eventually find their way to the connecting point of the rivers, which is, I'm assuming, somewhere in his palace, and he pulls them out, and he's like flipping through them, and there's a picture of him and Zelena, and apparently they got surpassed, and they, you know, have something going on there that nobody knows about. So it'll be interesting to see that happen. It'll be interesting to see if Henry can actually recreate that, or if he's just going to start adding stuff from what Hades has already done to see if it fills in the rest. But I want to know what's going on with Miss Green there. Green with envy. Because I can't stand that character, and I love it because she plays the character so well. She plays it so well that I hate the character. Like, it's a good hate, kind of. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. So I will give it a B-. It wasn't the greatest of episodes. It had some lackluster bits, like Liam. I didn't really appreciate that. But it had some good moments, you know, usually Hades moments, Hades freak out. The dilemma Henry has. Getting to know more about Hook's, like, past definitively this season is stellar. I love it. I absolutely love every moment of it. Seeing Emma actually back off for once, and just kind of give him that chance and that opportunity to figure out what the hell he needs to do, or that he wants to do. That was excellent. I was happy to see that, because she needs to learn to do that, and I think she's starting to. And I think she's starting to realize she needs him to compliment her, not be subservient to her. And I think that's true with any relationship. You need the compliment. So, there's that line of the episode. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. I had one, and it was totally Cruella. And it's something she said in her first bit with Henry. But, to be honest, I don't really remember. So, we're just going to go without a line of the episode, but total thing, B-. And yeah, let me know what you thought of the episode. Did you enjoy it? What was your favorite part? Was there any parts you didn't like? Go ahead and comment below with that. I respond to all comments, and I love talking about this show. If you want to catch my next review, or any of my old reviews, or anything like that, click that red button down there that says subscribe, wherever the heck that is down there. That way you're notified when I review that. I also do, I'm reviewing Daredevil right now, Season 2, so I try and do one video a night. And I also do unboxings, so you can catch those as well. With that said, I guess I'll see you guys next Sunday night, or Monday evening, depending on things. Later, oncers.